Hey guys, sorry for the late recap. I wanted to get you caught up to speed on the Yankees game last night where they dropped the second game of a three-game series to the Blue Jays by a score of 7-3. All in all, it was an ugly game, and it was really much to harp on. Jameson Taillon did not have it. He was just he didn't look good, and he didn't get through the fourth inning, 3 2/3 innings, and threw 84 pitches actually, and gave up 5 hits, 5 earned runs with a walk. Had 3 strikeouts, and all in all, just an ugly game. He got hit pretty good. But keep in mind, too, just like Herman, who kind of had a setback in the second game after the first game, it looks like, these guys are both coming back from long layoffs. And one of them's of an injury, one of them's not, but it's going to take a little while for them to get into their groove. Do I think they'll get better? Yes, but I don't expect it to happen in the first couple of starts. I think it's going to take them probably another month or so to kind of find a groove. So this is an area where I would exercise patience, but I know it's not always, it's easier said than done, particularly with Yankee fans. So it's something we take with a grain of salt, but it is what it is. Aside from that, I mean, Lucas Licky was solid, but he did give up a run. We won one in the third inning, and Sessa was really good. He's one of their most reliable long relief guys. 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. He was good. And then they brought in Albert Abreu. He looked lost. So, and again, he kind of reminds me of Dellin Betances, where he's dominant for a couple games, and then he's completely on another planet in a couple other games. So it's DBS, Dellin Betances syndrome. So, I hope he can get it. He's still a young prospect. They work on some mechanical things and some command things. So I'm confident he'll get it together. It's just going to take some time as well. The offense didn't really do much. I mean, it's nothing to brag about. I mean, DJ got on the board. Stanton got a good hit. Jay Bruce, Aaron Hicks. They performed. They produced, I should say. Stan had a 2-run single, and all in all, it was pretty much it. I mean, Odor had the other RBI. I think it was a ground out, and that was pretty much accounted for all the Yankees' runs. So nothing to report. That's why, I'm not really going over in too much detail. But I will say this. I mean, in regards to Clint Frazier, one of the things that I noticed, and is if he's waited a long time to get to this point. He's paid his dues, waited for years, endured slumps and concussions and stuff like that. And but he's produced when he's come up. If you're gonna put the kid in the outfield, play him consistently, please. Okay, even if he's going through a slump, he's got to learn how to work through slumps. Okay, just like all the other players had to do over their careers. So I don't see the point if he has a couple of bad games, you sit him in favor of Gardner or somebody else. I just don't see the point. He's a young kid. He's 25 years old. Maybe he's 26 now. And he's got to learn these things. He's got to learn how to deal with adversity and come back from it. His swing, I don't think his swing is far off. But he's got this feistiness and this fight in him and this fire in him that so many of the other Yankees just don't show. And I think it's a good thing to have him in the lineup consistently. So, and that's just my opinion on that. I mean, he's one of the more fun players to watch on this team. So, and I would, encourage him to let him be him. He's not a controversial player. Doesn't get in trouble. He's got opinions. So what? But he argues, and it's good to see them arguing pitches, or bad strikes or bad calls and stuff like that. Boone is not really one to do it very often, so it's nice to see the players do it. It's nice to see some fire on this team, and right now, this team could use a little fire, a little spark. So, I think they'll get it together, but they're just, they're not at the point where they're going to rip off a 6 or 8 game winning streak right now, because there's so many inconsistent parts on the team right now on the offense and the pitching side. The pitching just not, after Gerrit Cole, has not been overly reliable. The bullpen's been great, but again, I caution to not overuse the bullpen, which is why I've said it in other videos. Keeping Ulyss Chassin would have been a good idea because he can throw multiple innings on a regular basis several times a week and take the load off the bullpen. He was a long-time starter, so he already has built up that strength. Though, personally, I don't know why they didn't keep him, because in situations like this, using Licky, you're going to overuse the guy. Overuse Sessa. And I really hope that doesn't happen. I don't overuse O'Day and some of the other guys. That's why I've said it so many times. Having multiple guys who can throw long relief on the regular is a good idea. So, but the Yankees are the Yankees, and they're never going to listen to me. So, but it is what it is. So that's the recap pretty much. Toronto, it was all Toronto, hitting the ball everywhere, and hitting around Tyon, hitting around Sessa. They hit Licky a little bit, but that's a young, dynamic lineup. And if you don't make pitches, they're going to get you out one way or another. Guerrero, Bichette, Biggio, all of them, Gurriel, Simeon with another home run. This lineup is, and it's not even, George Springer's not even in it yet. So that's what frightens me too. Not only is Boston looking good, but Toronto is going to be really, really good once they're at full strength. And again, another dominant performance by Hyun-Jin Ryu. He's becoming a Yankee killer, so they gotta figure that one out too. But that's the Yankees recap. This afternoon's game is the rubber game of the 3-game series, and we've got Corey Kluber on the mound. So hopefully we'll get a rebound and take 2 out of 3 in the series. So I'll do a recap later for that. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you tonight.